EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. From SoFi Stadium. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Giants. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Rams, nothing.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A give up the middle to Akers. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again. And he's got room. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. 46 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. Now Jones. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Jones keeps it himself. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
They had a chance there to really build a nice early lead, go up a couple of scores. But he doesn't hit that one quite right, and it winds up in empty possession.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Giants are going to take... of the football.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Barkley, inside handoff. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Rams nothing.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Throwing, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Jones to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Open man right side is Cup, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. They'll look to throw again. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of 20. And the Rams first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring, and he's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows his versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to throw. Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard from 6 yards away as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Rams 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
But he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us...
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. He'll drop to throw. Going up top for Kupp. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 13-yard line.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week one. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
It's Barkley on the counter, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Akers hit. He coughs it up, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And some room to work. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. A handoff running left is Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Barkley, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the 1st. try it here. He's back to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA. Curtis Samuel, 91 yards. And the Rams use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. From their own 40 to the other 40, the gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Now Jones. That's caught by Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. If he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. That penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. And that last penalty makes his third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Jones. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throw.
And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game. Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.